From a far distance and to the untrained eye, a foreigner, or what locals refer to as a gringo, this part of the city may seem a little bit undesirable compared to, let's say, El Poblado, a city just a few short miles away. But the truth is, this community was controlled until the early 90s by a local kingpin by the name of Pablo Escobar. El Poblado is where Escobar resided. Comuna 13 was his foothold. As many families bore the brunt of the brutality of the local gangs and cartels throughout the community, don't be surprised if you don't come across many locals who glorify Pablo as many young people did in the United States in the early 90s, to the tune of Scarface and many other infamous gangsters. Throughout the community, you can see hummingbirds painted within many murals, symbolizing freedom. Freedom from oppression, freedom of expression, and just plain freedom in every form. The 13, or as some locals call it, the 13, is home to the largest amount of graffiti art in all of Medellin. Today, this barrio is full of lively business owners and residents who take pride in their community and welcome tourists from the world over to visit and learn the rich culture of the people and places of Medellin. Here, you can relax when it comes to the police, and it's not at all uncommon to see a person like this guy riding the bus, drinking an ice cold beer. Just control yourself and be orderly. If you decide to visit this historic area, you may want to be on the lookout for local musicians that really shine a light on the soul of the neighborhood. For example, these gentlemen here.
Ya me recuerda la mujer que quiero, la que en otro tiempo me hizo. Sírvame otra copa, señor cantinero, si soy un borracho, lo mismo me da.
That strum to the tune of their own guitars. Or check out my good friend Mello as he freestyle raps with what seems to be an infinite and colorful vocabulary.
No sirve el micro, se puso muy difícil, se me dañó todo el micro, pero para peor papi te sirve el mito. La señora es muy hermosa, son esposos, casados mozas, están casados.
Here, you will also find artisans and craftsmen waging a day's labor on a cool evening, chiseling and filing detail by detail, which will become one of these fine, unique pieces. There's a ton of entertainment, from your favorite TV characters such as El Chavo to Spider-Man and more. So I would suggest you bring at least 40,000 pesos to tip these wonderful entertainers that are here for your pleasure but live on tips and dedicate their lives to working on their craft. That's $10 US.
I'm Spider Black.
Yes, my man.
I'm working here. Welcome to Comuna 13. Llegue, llegue, llegue. Yeah! I have the power.
Oh, and did I forget to mention the coffee? When it comes to the world's coffee production, Colombia is number 3, only after Brazil and Vietnam. It would be a crime to come here to Comuna 13 and miss out on the joys of a wonderful cup of cafe in the morning or evening. When it comes to quality, Colombia definitely has some of the best pick-me-up in the world. I see what you did there. Not that kind of pick-me-up. Jeez. If you found any of this information we've given useful, or maybe just want to support the channel, please hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell and select all so that you won't miss any new content when it releases. It's totally free to you and it really helps this channel grow. We can't grow without your support.
But OTRx, I want to know more about the metro cable.
Alright, well the locals refer to it as the Metro Cable, and it is basically a ski lift, if you will, that transports riders to the top of the communities while revealing the most breathtaking views of the entire surrounding areas. But first things first, I had to stand in a quickly moving line to pay for my transit. Here, they load a card with the requested amount. I simply had 20 mil Colombian pesos loaded, which is roughly $5 US, and I was good for the entire day. I was able to ride the metro train, transfer to another train, hitch the Metro Cable past my destination, return to the destination that I missed, and catch the same train in the opposite direction to return back to my neighborhood. The same Metro Transit card is used for all public transportation methods, and you never need to swipe your transit card to ride the cable cars.
Depending on the size of the individual, the lifts are designed to transport 5 to 6 individuals at a time, so don't be surprised when it's not a romantic one-on-one ride with just you and your partner. Be considerate of the weight distribution, and if you believe the cart will lean more to one side, you may want to consider waiting a few seconds for the next car, or just redistributing the passengers for a smoother, safer ride. When the cable cars approach the next station, you may feel a few minor vibrations, and the first time, I was not prepared, so it somewhat startled me. That's why I'm here to mentally prepare you for what to expect. It's perfectly normal as the car slows, like it's tapping its brakes to come to a stop to allow passengers to exit and enter the cart upon arrival to the next station. If you happen to miss your station stop, don't worry. The lift will take you to the highest point and turn around in the opposite direction. This is when you want to be on the lookout for the stop you missed. As you approach the station, peer outside, and you can see the name of the station you are currently at and the name of the next station. If all else fails, don't hesitate to ask a local. Google Translate does wonders. Just be patient. Always say hello, good morning, or good evening in Spanish before you just start asking questions. Being polite always helps and makes folks more willing to help you out. Okay, chicos, we appreciate you stopping by. We hope we were able to feed your brain with something you may be able to use along life's journey, or help reduce the fear of something you were reserved about on the upcoming trip. If you're new to our channel, please consider becoming a part of our travel family by subscribing, which is totally free for you. And it truly helps us grow even more when you share our content with like-minded individuals. Anyhow, leave us a comment below and look forward to more content from Colombia.